there, this is Lauren Foster, and this is your instruction video for completing the Why Not Me, Why Not Now goal setting exercise. So you should have your ebook that kind of walks through this, and hopefully you've already read through that, and you have your journal and your cool pens that you're going to use to begin writing and creating and making this amazing plan for your life. Most of us spend more time planning a 2-week vacation than we do planning our lives. So congratulations to you for really honoring this exercise and this journey that you have embarked on and beginning right now to feel better about your life, to be happier, and to create an amazing vision for where your life is going in 6 months, in a year, in 3 years, as far out as you want to project. So the first thing that we're going to do is have a very close and specific look at this worksheet and how to complete it so that it will serve you the best. The idea is that you're going to create a look at your life where it is right now, very honest, very clear, very precise, but with no judgment, with no angst, with no criticism, because we are where we are. I was listening to an Abraham-Hicks video recently, and she was talking about putting your boat in the stream and heading it downstream, and you have no choice about where you put your boat in the water because you are where you are, and that's okay. And it has to be okay because there's nothing that you can do about it. You can't look in the mirror and say, "Oh, I'm gonna love you 6 months from now when you're in the condition that I want you to be in." We're going to learn to love ourselves right now. We're going to learn to love our lives right now in eager anticipation of the new life that we're building. So the first thing we're going to do is write down the date, today's date that you are starting on this journey, and then write down the date 6 months from now so that you have a good solid accountability tool for yourself to see if you are allowing yourself to be inspired to move in the direction of these dreams. And if not, why not? What's getting in your way? What kinds of old thoughts and patterns are grabbing onto you and holding you back? So the first category is your health. So look at where you are now with great honesty. What is your weight where you want it to be? Are you heavier than you want to be or lighter than you want to be? Do you have any kind of dis-ease, which is really just a separation of yourself from your highest self? What exactly is going on with your health today? And then in 6 months, not what do you think you can accomplish, not what do you think you can do, what would you love in 6 months? What weight would you love to be? What level of fitness would you like to be? How does that feel? What types of things do you want to be doing? Do you want to learn to rock climb? Do you want to be able to play with your children? Whatever this looks like, paint a miniature picture of your body, this earth suit that allows your divine spirit to exist on this planet. What's that going to look like in 6 months? And then if anything pops into your mind at the moment as far as ideas of things you might like to do to move in that direction, in anything that occurs to you, you can write down for now, but then this is something you're going to come back to over and over again throughout the 6 months and kind of re-examine. And if you next week write down a step that you can take in the direction of your dream, and then 2 weeks later you go back and you never took that step, why? This is giving you an opportunity to really get to know yourself and really get to be responsible for the pictures that you're painting in your subconscious that are then manifesting in your life, because that which is like unto itself is drawn is the law of attraction, and it's absolutely true no matter what you do. So understanding that if you want to know what you're thinking about, all you have to do is look around at your life is a really, really big life lesson that will help you to understand that you've got this great information going on right around you all the time. Then the second is your career or creative expression. And the reason that those are two separate things is because, and that money is its own category, is that they might not be tied together, and they need not be tied together unless that's just how you want things to be. Now, if you want to build a business doing something that you love that is also going to generate money, that's absolutely okay. But it's not necessary for those two things to be together. So you might want, maybe you're already independently wealthy and you don't really care about money, and that's not one of your goals. So in that case, it's your creative expression. And so, what are you doing right now to be creative? Are you feeling like you have a purpose? Are you feeling like you're making a difference in the world? Do you even want to make a difference in the world? So, write down where you are now, write down where you would like to be. And a lot of times, just looking at where you are will create a contrast that will make you more clear on where it is that you want to go. So, when you know what you don't want, you are much more clear on what you do want. So, in your career and creative expression and or creative expression, what's going on now? Where would you like to be? And any ideas that pop into your mind as to how you might go about that. And then money. What is your financial health right this minute? What kind of money are you bringing in? What kind of debt do you have? Or anything that goes into your current money situation, write that down. And then, now, of course, feel free to pause this anytime you like and go off and work on this, or listen to it all the way through and come back, whatever feels good to you as far as getting all of these activities accomplished. Do that, but never pressure yourself, never criticize yourself. Understand that you are doing what you can with what you have in this moment. So, now, in 6 months, what would you like your money to look like? What kinds of balances do you want in your checking account and your savings account and your investment account and your credit accounts? Paint a little picture of factual items specific about where you want your money to be in 6 months. And then again, any ideas that pop into your mind about that. Now, your relationships. We cannot exist on this human earth without having relationships of some kind, be they your spouse or lover, your children, your parents, your siblings, the people you work with. We are all reflecting back to one another things throughout this life as we are co-creating this existence. So have a look at all of your relationships, and anyone that you interact with, write down what that relationship looks like. Be candid, don't be mean, but just write down where it is now. And then in 6 months, what would you like that to look like? What would you love to feel in your relationship with your spouse? What would you love to experience in your relationship with your children? What would you love in all of your relationships? And then again, if anything pops into your head as far as notes regarding this subject, go ahead and write them down now. And then finally, your freedom and joy. And this is a very broad category. This is what your life looks like. What are you doing with your time and money freedom? Because you are supposed to be abundant. You are supposed to have work that you love, work in quotation marks, a way of creating, a way of expressing yourself in this world. You are supposed to have lots of money. You are supposed to have lots of time, and you're supposed to have people that you adore to share all of this with. So, what does it look like now? Are you working all the time so you don't really have any extra time to do anything fun? Or are you lacking in the money that you want to do? Are you lacking to do the things that you want to do? Are you lacking in someone to do things with? What does your lifestyle look like at this moment? And then what would you love your lifestyle to look like? Would you like to be traveling? Would you like to be entertaining? Would you like to be, going to exotic places? Would you love to be buying a new wardrobe with all of this amazing new body and this amazing new bank account? What does your ideal beautiful lifestyle look like in 6 months? And then again, any notes that pop into your mind on this subject. That all of this is the beginning. of stirring up your imagination, of helping you to learn to focus on yourself and on your feelings and on the things that are happening in your life and the things that you would love, and reawakening your ability to dream to get you ready to go into the next step. As always, send me an email if you have any questions about this, or if you have not had your coaching call yet, or even if you have, and let me know if I can give you some guidance on completing this step. Best of luck.